Hey everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. It's a nice day here. We've had some rain already. This is the coolest it's been in this town in months and months and months and months. It was actually quite pleasant this morning, especially when it was raining. Anyhow, let's get right to it. This is just going to be a little quick one to finish off the week today. And I just wanted to talk about why I stay on this raw vegan lifestyle and why I'm excited about it and why I'm pretty convinced by it. Now, like I say, I'm always just sharing reasons, things that have to do with me. Never want to say that everybody's reason is the same. You might have different reasons, although I think you might find that these are some pretty compelling reasons. But, just a little thought-provoking today. Ask yourself, and it might even help you on your path if you're a little shaky on your path, like what it is that's positive about the raw vegan path for you. And, what it is that draws you to this, what it is that keeps you on this, what makes you keep coming back to it. For me, it's just super, super, super simple. Super simple. I wanted to just simplify this as much as possible. I was thinking about it a little bit. And it could possibly have to go back to have an interconnection with my mentality on drinking and how things used to be. The main reason I do this is because I feel so good. And because I continue feeling better as I tweak and learning a little bit more and getting a little bit more, knowledge and do a little bit different here and add this in and blah, blah, blah. But there's not, it's not like there's, it's just all about tweaking. If you can tell, I like that word tweaking a lot because, I don't know, I'm a little confused. I don't want to say suspicious because I think most people that are doing these high-carb vegan lifestyles are seekers. But I'm a little dubious when people are constantly, you watch or, either you're watching YouTube or you're talking to people or you see people in groups. I'm always I think maybe they could give it a little bit more try doing certain things they're doing. They're always drastically changing is what I'm trying to get to, from one thing to the other. They'll go from one extreme here to another extreme here, but the diet's radically changing. See, for me, I'm just trying to hone in. And so that's keeping me on the path, just trying new things. Now, my mind's not closed. I know I got a long way to go. I'm just about 3 years into this, which is nothing. 3 years is nothing. That's just a blink in time. But I'm feeling better and better. And that's what I use. I'm sorry. I do know in the back of my head that there are things that I need to pay attention to about my body, about what I'm taking into my body, that could possibly be, I could possibly have deficits of some sort or be doing something that's not optimal or be doing something that's even wrong and not necessarily feel it for a while. So I keep that in the back of my mind. But in general, I just keep going and basing everything on how I feel. And quite frankly, to do anything else would be silly, would be illogical for me because I feel so good. Now, why do I stick to it and why am I a little bit, as probably as I mentioned before, this isn't really even hard for me to follow. I like what I eat. I've gotten to that point where I really like what I eat. I was talking about that in social media yesterday. Like the green smoothies are not something that I just, make them, okay, another green smoothie, let's get this green thing down. I love green smoothies. I actually, when I'm getting close to making a green smoothie, I'm as excited about having a green smoothie as I used to be about what they used to like. I loved sushi back in the day when I had the money to afford to go out to a good sushi bar. And, now a green smoothie to me is like the best gourmet food or the best treat I ever used to have. Just the consistency. I take my, I've gotten them where I like them. I know the consistency I like. So I love my smoothies. I love everything I eat. I genuinely love everything I eat. So to go back just makes absolutely no sense. I'm teetering on the brink a little bit. Like I say, now for other people, I'm not one of those hardcore that preaches against cooked food. I totally support people doing it, but when I'm talking about for me, I know I'm even teetering a little bit when I go back to the States and I eat cooked food there. Now I make a choice. I decide. I weigh it out like, okay, it's going to bring you down. What you're eating here is bringing you down a little bit, but is this an acceptable level of being brought down? And I think each time I kind of question that a little bit more. It's like, I feel good. Nothing that I eat cooked when I go back to the States, like throws me just out of whack and I feel bad. But I'm not like Jack Alabama is not near the same as Jack Costa Rica. The feeling's just not the same. I'm just not in my groove. So, I've just, so far, the experiment on me, the raw vegan lifestyle works. It makes me feel good every day, physically as well as mentally. I'm in a positive mood. I'm happy. So everything seems to be clicking on it, so I just don't see any reason to, there is none. There's absolutely no reason I would do anything else, and there's no convincing me out of it until the experiment goes bad. Simple as that. Now, I used to not be so intelligent. I'm not that intelligent now. I've just kind of at least learned to accept the basics in life. It's the same thing about drinking. I used to drink. You would almost think like you drink, you have one hangover, you feel bad, you're brought down from your normal place of feeling good. You'd never do that again. But I would go back to doing like that. So maybe I just have such a disdain for the way my brain used to work, of, like being like I have this almost embarrassment of feeling stupid, like, well, God, son, what was wrong with you? You just went back, you drink something, it makes you feel like crap. Boom, okay? Maybe you drink it one more time just to make sure. Okay, well, maybe that was a fluke. You drink it again, it feels like crap. But no, over and over and over and over. I'd be feeling good. I'd go out and get hammered, tank, have a hangover for a day or two. So, in a way, that's it's kind of like when my thinking broke on just not feeling bad anymore, be it from alcohol, food, or whatever. It just made more sense to me. So yeah, that's the thing that keeps me on my path, and it's not even much of a choice. It's not even much of a struggle, because it just makes sense. I think even more and more and more, even though I know I've got a long way to go, I've broken through that type of thinking. I'm trying to deal with all the things that go on inside humans, and I'm trying to work those things out in myself. Like and I have to always be careful, because every once in a while I'll get a comment on social media and I think people misunderstand everything I'm doing. I'm just trying to just show you. If you want to watch what I'm doing, watch it. This is not me telling anybody else your process is wrong because you're doing this, even if it's something that I feel is wrong for me. All I can do is, tell you how I do it. And for me, that's just what's making sense. That it's just like, I'm just kind of keeping focused. It's kind of like eye is on like the optimal. And I know as I get towards it, there's just no reason to come back. It's like I'm high. Why am I going to kill the buzz? I'm getting there. Why would I even remotely eat something horrid over here that's just going to bring me down from that high state that I'm at? Anyhow, just my 2 cents worth. The only thing I think what you might be able to take away from this is just give yourself, think about it. Maybe even go so far as to write it down. Sit down and write it. Make yourself a list of all the positives or why you're involved with this raw vegan lifestyle, whether you're fully raw or mostly raw or whatever. Like, what benefits does it bring you? Why did you come to it in the first place? What attracted you to it? What keeps you, even if you've had some failures, there's nothing wrong with that. What makes you still keep coming back to this lifestyle? Sometimes it's easier. Sometimes our path are easier when we know why we're doing what we're doing. Anyhow, just my 2 cents worth. I wanted to leave you guys, this doesn't really have to do with the video, but I read a nice quote last night, and I just wanted to finish the week and share this quote with you guys. Bear with me for a second. This is a nice one. I like this one. I shared this on social media last night. Look into your own heart. Discover what it is that gives you pain, and then refuse under any circumstance whatsoever to inflict that pain on anybody else. Now, my immediate take from that last night, just a quickie. This is just quick analysis, like almost word association was. There was one word in there that really triggered that. Under any circumstance whatsoever. It doesn't even matter if you think it's right or wrong. A lot of times people, factually you can be right, but what good is that if you're hurting somebody or if you're inflicting some sort of pain on them? So under any circumstances, Think about that. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Peace.